Bye, I love you.
Drink, if you heard that.
That's right.
If you didn't hear that, rewind and listen, okay? Because you need to drink. Hey, let's see what we got here. We got the Dogfish Head Apper Hop.
This is a different podcast, obviously. I'm wearing a different shirt.
I'm wearing a different shirt, too. This is different.
It's actually a different station. Prost.
Did we prost last time?
Yes, we prost. Okay.
That's yummy.
See, this one's a little different than the one we had on a different podcast.
Oh, it's very different.
Hoppier. The Apper Hop actually isn't very apricot-y at all, which is why I like it.
It's a little teeny apricot taste at the end, but
just a bit, and that's why I like it.
And that's why I don't like
so,
it.
Matt, why are we here right now, though?
We are here to do a found footage.
That's right. So I knew you like to say that, so I wanted to make sure you got in there. But
for the
what movie?
Avengers!
I can't move!
You will be the one escaping.
Best line ever in the event. I wish that game was still around somewhere in the world.
You cannot escape! You will be the one escaping.
Really? That's your comeback line?
It's like, well, I know you are, but what am I?
Scientists haven't found out yet!
Damn it, I can't refute that one.
Because it's true.
So we watched the Avengers, Age of Ultron.
We watched the first Avengers now.
We did not watch it together.
We did watch it. I was actually in the back of him the whole time throwing popcorn in his head, and you didn't notice.
You were just sitting there with your penis in the popcorn waiting for someone, and you're like,
please,
no.
please. And then like a little kick, and we're like, no, this popcorn's all mine. Still mine. Is your mama around?
So let's get into the nitty gritty of this. I had fun. I don't.
So let's talk about how we saw this first, because I have an interesting experience on how I saw
Okay,
this.
I saw it by going to the movie theater, and I bought tickets for it. I didn't see it in IMAX. I just saw it in regular.
I was trying to drink this really fast so I could smash the bottle on your head.
I saw it in regular, and we saw it at matinee, so the matinee. Jess and I went, yeah.
Was the lady friend?
It probably wouldn't really cool in IMAX, or I would have had sensory overload. I'm not sure.
Oh, it was cool.
You went to the IMAX though, so
I wanted to go to the early showing because I wanted to hang out with because we can't put Connor anywhere. He's still too young to babysit, and I felt really bad about leaving Jamie in the first place because I know she wants to see it too.
Yeah, I know how it is.
So
I
wanted to make sure I could spend time with her, and also I had to go in and fix something at work. So I was like, I'll go in really early. I rode the bike into work, fixed what I needed to fix at work, rode to the mall, 8:15 showing. But the only thing that was showing at 8:15
rode your bike
was the
to
IMAX. Yeah. I do it all the time.
You're a maniac.
Do it all the time. You should ride with me someday.
Guys, we didn't have a car for the first 4 years.
Ride or die. Drink. But so yeah, I rode to the mall. I lost. I had my helmet. This is some deep cut for Miguel. My helmet actually has goggles on the helmet, but I somehow lost them in the theater somewhere.
You lost your goggles?
Yeah,
that was like the integral part of your helmet.
Yeah, it was.
It really made
it made it look cooler. It made it look so much cooler.
I agree.
But but that's neither here nor there. So I saw it in the IMAX though. The IMAX. And I don't know if yours, but because I want to talk about the trailers too a little bit. I was looking at some trailers. If you remember your trailers,
I think I remember that.
I only remember a couple, and there was like 7, but I only remember.
There's a lot of
very
trailers.
sad that I could not remember more.
There were a lot of trailers because they
all
made
of
the
them were
trailers
fantastic.
go on before the actual screen showing. At least in mine they did.
No, the IMAX
like they started at 12, but they had all the trailers before 12. It was kind of weird.
Oh, see, that's
like I went to get popcorn, and the trailers had already started. I'm like, what? Okay.
See, my trailers started like at 8. A little bit early, but not too much early.
Mine were pretty early.
I
don't think the movie started right on time.
Well, because basically what they did is they played some theater trailers, and then they played trailers that were attached to the movie.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
Because mine was in 3D, so like you could actually tell where they changed it because it was 2D trailers, and then they changed it to 3D, and you're like, oh, okay, that's weird. But they also had I think it was like a 3 or 5 minute premiere of footage from Tomorrowland. Yeah. Which was really awesome.
It probably looked really cool in 3D. I'm still the jury's still out for me on Tomorrowland. But.
I enjoyed it. It was very slapsticky. I like the action in it. Killing robots is cool. Spoilers for that.
And George Clooney, of course.
There's gonna be mild spoilers. I'm not gonna try and spoil too much for you guys, but obviously we're gonna talk about the movie, so there's gonna be a little bit of spoiling it. And we apologize.
So give me a break.
We'll try not to spoil things if we don't have to. That's a disclaimer. We'll put it right here.
Watch the movie, read the comments. Obviously, if you know...
If you have us on mute, why are you even watching this? You're trying to learn to read lips because it's not going to work. My lips move all willy-nilly.
What am I saying? Elephant shoes.
I want a vacuum What did I just say there? Put it in the comments.
Okay, so you saw Tomorrowland trailer. That was an interesting trailer for you.
I enjoyed it. I thought that I had no interest in that movie at all, and I was slightly interested. It looked good in 3D.
I just hate that they keep doing like, it's a Small World, the movie, because it's a Disney ride, but we're making it into an entire movie. I'm like, they did that with Pirates of the Caribbean. I gotcha. Okay,
it's
Escape from Witch Mountain. Okay,
I'm a sucker for sci-fi.
Okay,
and so like that, it kind of got me.
Yeah, I'm not a sucker for sci-fi.
And the girl,
I'm only wearing a launch shirt.
It's not real sci-fi. Whatever.
That's not real
Whatever.
Sci-fi. Hear that from this guy.
Vote
no for this guy. He's off the podcast.
If you watch the station changes, it's some that's a swan, some that's like a flame on there. But yeah, I also like that the girl who's, by the way, the girl is like, I'm a teenage girl. I'm like, you're like 25, and she is. I looked up, she's 25 years old. But
that's how most teenagers are. That's why you can show them kissing on TV.
But she kind of reminded me of Caitlin Snow from Flash. I was cool with that.
The girl plays Killer Frost. You mean?
Not Killer Frost yet.
Not yet.
And she's only Killer Frost in the New 52 Mac. Crystal Frost is in the old continuity, but whatever.
Okay, so what I really
Let's
like
talk about
seeing,
the movie though. How about
I
the
really
Avengers,
like
guys?
seeing the Star Wars trailer in
3D was awesome.
In 3D, but on the big screen,
in
it looked great.
3D was awesome.
Like I almost got the tear. That everybody kept talking about how they got the tear. I was like, oh,
yeah, I got goosebumps. I liked the Matthew McConaughey thing that that mashup McConaughey. No, I mean like the Interstellar mashup.
So you're just sobbing?
Yeah, I was doing that because it just looks so cool on 3D. And by the way, this movie was the 3D was so like harsh that when I took off the 3D glasses, I immediately almost threw up. And I'm not even joking. I was
I can see that there's
because my eyes were like this when I took the glasses off, and then they went like a split second like this, and then went. And I was like,
just in regular 2D, there was a lot of like almost Jason Bourne-esque type action scenes where like I don't know what the hell's going on. Hold up.
I think that's Iron Man's leg.
Did somebody just get shot? I don't even know what happened. Oh, okay.
Okay,
It's
that's
done.
weird.
And this movie, to start the movie, we're finally there.
Let's talk a little bit about
this movie starts off on
This
like
is gonna be long.
a 9,000 on a scale of 1 to 10. It is like going. You're like, whoa!
Yeah, hitting the ground running is hitting the ground running at like Quicksilver speeds.
Yeah, like
Mach 10, by the way.
holy crap! I was like, okay, we're going. And it actually kind of made the slower parts a little harder for me in the movie. So I'm like, where do I go from here? I'm already like, yes, he threw a motorcycle, and I'm like losing my mind.
Yeah, and I was like, so you're positing that a regular human can throw a motorcycle? Because Cap's just a regular human.
With super serum, he's very strong.
He's top level human though. He's not like
but he still has a super serum strong.
he's
like
not Spider-Man.
and
he threw almost a ton
he's very
ton
good at
motorcycle.
manipulating his body, moving. I can go with it.
I felt that was. Still
I don't know how it
funny.
destroyed it. Tank, but
Yes, and that's the other thing. Like, you threw this thing with enough velocity to
or a car, whatever it was. It exploded the car, whatever it
exploded
was.
Jeep.
Yeah, whatever it was. I was like, okay,
Like, okay,
sure.
okay, I get it. It's that next movie. You got up the ante. I get it.
Now there's someone who gets kind of pwned in that scene. Besides our, one of the Avengers does, and it is the Avenger everyone will think gets pwned.
So you mean the Hulk? Because obviously
the Hulk was
he starts crying a sad tear.
Murderer's Row when he was coming through there. Now here's a fun fact that I just heard. They originally wanted.
I know this.
They originally wanted the Grey Hulk to be a part of this movie,
Which would have been the stupidest thing they could.
Well, they wanted the Grey Hulk to be like the Maniac Hulk when the Hulkbuster scene happens.
So that
he wasn't Joe Fix. He wasn't Smart Hulk. He was like
see,
Maniac
that's dumb. Like Grey Hulk is.
Maybe that's why they
Grey Hulk is less strong and he's smarter. But not as smart as he's like mob guy smart. Because basically that's what he is.
I'm Joe Fix-It.
That's why he calls him Joe Fix-It, because he works for the mob for some reason that happens in the comics. But
he wears a suit.
I would have rather seen him turn into
giant
Clue.
suit.
Turn into Clue. How about that, Matt? The Hulk's bad alter ego. Clue? Because then he could have still been snarky, but then he would have looked really weird.
Hulk snarky.
I also have a mohawk now. What?
Why did you get a mohawk? That doesn't make any sense.
I'm also like a weird, like dark gray.
I guess you did have purple
color.
pants on though, so.
Put you in my purple. Fang Fum's purple pants. It's a little known fact. He put you in his purple pants. That's one thing that
Fang Fum's like, I have a tailor for you that'll get you those nice
They're
purple
stretchy.
pants.
They're stretchy.
Very breathable.
So
This movie starts off insane. Like it's like a maniac pace.
David
in the beginning.
Spader is the best.
David
the best.
Spader, yeah, James Spader.
James Spader. As well as David Spader.
David Spader's like, hey, I'm Ultron, man.
Hey, I'm Ultron.
I smoke
Hey
some
guys,
weed.
yeah, whatever.
I take
I'm
whatever, guys.
I'm so attractive.
I
get all
women
the girls,
like me.
All the women like me because it's in my
I'm
contract.
Joe Dirt.
So James Spader is the best in this movie. The best. The best. The best. The best. The best.
He really made
The best.
Ultron feel human to me.
Kill
like
with fire,
he
the
was
best.
like I wanted to shoot the cook the best
Yeah.
type thing. Oh,
Yeah. Like you could tell like they had him in the mocap suit too because like Ultron is like turning his head like this and stuff doing like the James Spader text and stuff.
Very.
And I was like, I got so warm. The puzzles of my heart.
I
warmed.
have loved James Spader for as long as I can remember. I didn't really know
You
him
lived
in
in
the
the
80s.
Breakfast Club. Yeah,
I didn't know him
that's
in the
insane.
80s movies. I didn't really know him in the 80s movies.
You ran on my
But
joke.
like,
you ran on my joke.
I know, that's why I did it. Because I knew you do something. Oh, you have? But you know, ever since I've seen him on screen, like I loved him in Boston Legal. I loved him in all the stuff that came after.
The only thing is, I wish he would have said like, "I'll only speak with Natasha Romanoff" or something like that. That would have been cool.
Well, if you like James Spader, watch Boston Legal because first of all, it's got William Shatner on it.
The Shat Attack.
It's at his shattiest. He is insane. Like
He's a big piece
insane.
of Shat. Yeah.
It's got what's her face? Candice Bergen.
It's Shat.
So you can see Candice Bergen. That's Murphy Brown.
And
dude.
who doesn't want to see Murphy Brown? Look
Seth
it up,
Older.
kids. Kids, look it
Seth
up.
Older.
Sorry.
And James Spader is.
You're not gonna get that cut.
She's obscene in that too. But in this movie, yes. Now I'll get into we'll get into Ultron later. We'll actually talk about Ultron later. But as him playing Ultron, yes, 1,000 times yes.
Can we talk about the 150 Avengers that were in this?
Yeah,
There was way too many. There's just way. I was like, there's way too many.
Well,
And-
especially at the
and
end.
there's a
It's like,
reason
hey, there's
for
more.
it. Yeah, and you're like,
There you go.
But none of the ones you wanted to see. I want to see Captain Marvel. Like, I want to see Spider-Man. I didn't want to see.
Okay, if we're gonna talk about this now.
Machine.
No, we're gonna talk about this now. Okay, let's talk about it. Because these are all the guys they've introduced so far. They didn't want to introduce
Lame.
yet because Spider-Man should have
They
been in this
literally-
movie.
they literally-
Joss Whedon wanted Spider-Man in this movie.
They literally put us on
Badly.
a rug to introduce Black Panther and then pulled that rug out from under us.
That was baffling.
Like, what are you doing?
That's a spoiler, I guess. That they didn't introduce him. They said they were going to introduce him.
like I said,
It's
it's not really a spoiler.
It's a spoiler for a spoiler because they
Yeah.
spoiled that he was supposed to be in this movie. He wasn't.
He was not even close.
They introduced that Wakanda was a country, basically.
They proved that the only way you can be black is if it's already in continuity.
And that Smeagol might be the bad guy for that movie.
I'm the bad guy for the movie.
Trickster. But I liked him. I liked his character. I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
He's really good at doing
dirty
characters.
guy.
He's
And
just
then,
so
see,
good.
that's not a spoiler either because he's in.
He's
He's
so
in
good
these
at doing
new
characters. I
trailers.
just love it. Like
Yeah.
Andy Serkis is great.
I loved him as Bohan in
Sure.
Heavenly Sword.
Sure.
Come on, man. He was
Yeah.
awesome. Give it up.
He's got characters. I
Give
like
it up.
Give your characters
And
to me.
it's work.
Please. I'll watch them.
I just realized that I own. There's actually they came out with a little tangent. All these
tangent.
They came out with
That should be
a
your
Heavenly
nickname.
Sword anime movie,
Mhm.
and I just realized I owned it. I didn't even know it.
This guy right here.
I was looking through my
So
library.
let's get back. We got these characters. We do.
Sure.
There's a different Avengers team basically. It's like almost entirely different at the end of the movie.
almost yes.
And we won't get into the characters. You'll probably know most
Look
of
it
them.
up on the
Think about them,
interwebs,
look it up.
people.
But
Yeah, spoil it.
yeah, but this is going to be the Avengers team.
But
theoretically, for
let
the
me
Infinity
give you a
War.
hint though. It's most of the people that aren't in the regular Avengers that they show.
Like, think about the MCU. Who was left?
That they show in the movie because there's no one that there's no one they introduce. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, they don't introduce a single person that's not.
Which they
Quicksilver
could.
and
I think
Scarlet
it could have been a
Witch.
good
Scarlet
way
Witch
to
and
set up a
Quicksilver.
movie though. Like they could have been like Captain Marvel, and then like okay, well here's her movie.
That's why I think they should have had.
and then
one of
ended
those
that
guys
movie
in there.
with her
Black
joining the
Panther
Avengers.
definitely should have been in there.
Oh.
Hopefully he's in the Civil War.
Well, no, he's definitely going to be in the Civil War. It's
Okay.
been confirmed.
But I really feel like they missed an opportunity there.
Definitely, I agree.
Um,
And it was.
I also like that they're upstate New York.
Notice
Syracuse, baby, maybe.
That's right.
No?
It was noticeably frustrating though. And I was just like, man. But you notice also that
Dude,
upstate New York
every
look like cow country.
superhero
all
team.
cow country.
Every superhero team's in upstate New York. Upstate New York is badass.
Yeah, the X-Men are there, you know.
X-Men and the Avengers now.
There you go.
That'll set up an A versus X battle.
A versus X.
And my wife
X versus
my wife
Sever.
yelled something. What did you say?
X versus Sever completely
Who
different.
went to upstate New York on a mountain?
and the Turtles were in upstate New York, which is,
Yeah.
by the way, like
Upstate
White
New York,
Plains.
and
It was like
it
White
was
Plains.
2 miles from New York City.
Yeah.
But had like snow-capped ass
Well, it
mountains.
was called upstate.
It had snow-capped Rocky Mountains. I hate you, Michael Bay.
That ended.
I hate you.
That ended in a sewer that went directly to New York
Stop,
City.
stop. Please get off this. I'm never gonna be able to end this.
Okay, so let's
It's
talk
a
about
vicious
let's
cycle.
talk about the romance in this movie, man, because there was some hot and heavy stuff.
Yeah, was it Hawkeye and Scarlet or Black Widow?
Yeah, I know. I don't even know why I did it. No, it's contagious.
So Hawkeye and Black Widow were the romance, right?
No.
Oh, so it's Captain America and Black Widow then.
No, that thing.
So then it was like Iron Man and Black Widow. I don't.
Actually, in the comics, they did have sex.
So,
but you can't. There's no slut shaming. Let's see. The thing is that they.
I know Jerry Renner is,
Yes.
is super hot water. So then it was Black Widow, Scarlet Witch. In my dreams,
that would have been. That's gonna be actually. That's probably in the Axel Braun the porn parody. It's gonna be in the porn parody, so watch out for it. But
we both have colors in our names. Let's do it.
Of course, Bruce Banner and Natasha Romanoff are the two you would just immediately. You know, like you got dry milk toast and someone who's kind of Russian.
So why? Wait a minute. Why? Like they already set up a decent romance between Hawkeye, and they set up a really good romance in Captain America 2.
Well, Matt, they did other stuff with Hawkeye. Hawkeye's doing other stuff. He's doing other stuff now.
There's a little secret in this movie.
Let's just say Hawkeye's got a lot of story.
We'll talk about Hawkeye in a second. Actually, we'll talk about Hawkeye in a second.
Okay.
I'll go back. Stick to the romance.
Okay,
so why? You tell me.
Matt,
why?
because it's...
Why?
So you can't...
I'm turning the whole thing about this as a romance.
You can't...
This is stupid.
You can't do Tony Stark. I'm going to explain why this happened.
Okay.
You can't do Tony Stark because he's the ladies' man.
And he's with Pepper, isn't he?
Exactly, and he's with Pepper.
Yeah.
So that's
so both he can't do.
He's the ladies' man with Pepper.
Hawkeye has a reason, which we won't go into because it's a spoiler.
And Captain America's the leader of the team.
And Captain America's obviously gay.
Can't be boning.
He's obviously gay.
Can't be boning. Either way.
Because why would you not get with
He's asexual.
Scarlett Johansson?
Not really a spoiler. It's like one offline of dialogue, but he actually brings that up for a second.
Yeah.
Like,
awkward. Super awkward in front of Bruce Banner. And I'm like...
But like kind of giving him his blessing.
And he's like... And he just like... Yeah. He like gives him like a Shooter McGavin and walks away. I'm like, what the... Why? Why did that happen? I'm like...
See, I'm hoping they... See, and okay, another theory about Captain America. See, Captain America Civil War, there's a couple large events. Some of them... In the Civil War, there's one thing that kind of revolves around him and Sharon Carter. Sharon Carter's already was cast in former Captain America's... Peggy Carter's granddaughter.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping...
Which is weird.
I'm hoping...
He was in love with her grandma.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, so you had a really hot grandma. Can we date? Like, that's weird.
I love our grandma. We should go out.
They didn't do anything though, so it's okay, right? It's okay.
They never.
They
had one dance in his weird
dream,
his weird fever dream.
But so I think they're like they want to leave Captain America open. So like, well, we got to have a romance though, man, because it's a Marvel movie.
Because people love romance
For the chicks, like, okay, I don't think
we gotta get the chicks in here. So
I don't think you're
romance.
getting it.
So to
I feel like
can we spoil that? Why they're sort of like a team?
Let's spoil it. Here's a spoiler right here, guys.
Spoiler. It's not that big of a spoiler. It's a stupid spoiler. Because I hate this. So to calm the whole town, they do a lullaby where she like is like, "Hey baby, it's okay."
Well, it's basically like what
or she does a John Travolta face.
Yeah, no, it's what you do with like with gorillas that are getting mad. Like with the trainers, like that's why he put his hand
submissive
in
palm.
Submissive gesture.
Submissive palm.
Yes, that's what it was.
But
actually, I liked that thing happened, but I didn't like why it happened.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure that like if somebody was like, "I'm a raging maniac," and you're like, "Let's date," that's weird.
I would have been It would have been awesome if she's like, "Come here, give me a problem." The first time he like did the throw punch,
just like I just use like a blood spray.
No. But I feel like it didn't make that much of a difference in the movie why it happened. Like,
no.
That's why I didn't
almost
care about it. Yeah,
because of that.
It felt like it was shoehorned in. Like I'm like, hey, the romance in here. I'm like, oh, I don't care about this.
Well, and they still made Natasha Romanoff kind of come off sometimes as submissive, and that was weird too.
Well, that was a big problem with feminists too.
She's a badass. Yes!
I remember I was feminist. Well, she did have a couple scenes where she was almost OP, like, dealing overpowered. Because she was, like, murdering people.
People know what that means. Yeah, but there's
She's
also
murdering
scenes where
people.
she was captured. Spoiler, I guess.
But a lot of times when she gets captured, it's, like, for a second, and she, like, gets out.
That's kind of annoying, though. It's like, there's a reason she's on the Avengers, and not because she's damsel in distress. That is actually kind of one of the lower points for me in the movie. I was like,
That's not one of the lower points for me in the movie. There's a few lower points in the
Hey,
movie, but
by the
we'll get
way,
to in a second.
Nick Fury's in this.
Why?
Why? Why?
Like, there's no reason I care about your
I
character
broke.
in
I was
this
like,
movie.
no, get out. You're done, Sam.
He's like, hey, I'm here to cook your dinner,
love you,
motherfuckers.
yeah, I love you, Sam Jackson. Get out of this movie.
Yeah.
Get out
There's
as fast
too many
as you can.
snakes on this plane. Like, I don't know, why are you here?
That would have made it better. Like, his appearance was such a throwaway.
There's a lot of characters that are kind of just like, hey, like even War Machine really was like, why are you don't need to be here?
There is a reason he's there.
So you can be in the next movie.
No, you shut up. You're scrolling too much now.
So you can be in more movies. But I don't like Don Cheadle's War Machine personally. I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me.
Are you
Like,
saying
I like
you're
Terrence
Terrence
Howard.
Howard?
I was Terrence Howard. Yeah.
Wow.
It was.
The
It's kinda
gauntlet
hard.
is
It's from
laid
Hustle and Flow.
down.
It's from Hustle and Flow. I can't help it.
And then just shoots him
They
with a
don't
machine
know.
gun and missiles
That's
over
right.
his shoulders.
Yeah, exactly.
Shoulder-mounted missiles.
But
How about the Vision now? Let's talk about the Vision.
I feel like he was introduced too late into this movie. That's my one big issue. I liked him. I thought he was cool looking. I thought how he came about was cool, but...
Okay, I'm going to tell you something. This is one of the reasons I liked it.
Okay.
How he's introduced, because it almost felt like they were panicking to get him into the movie. Because, like, Tony Stark's like,
Sure.
I gotta do something. I made the Vision. And you're like, what? Yo, we gotta do it. We have to do it.
Jarvis is alright. And we're going to put
What?
him in this thing. Not really.
Wait,
well, it's
what?
kind of a spoiler, but Jarvis is disabled, we'll say. And then, like, you're like, oh, he's gone. Like, nope, he's still there. And he's now in the Vision.
Like, what? What?
And now he's not. He's like, I'm not Jarvis, and I'm not Ultron. I'm a Vision of... and like, oh, the Vision then. That's
I'm
cool.
also
Like,
markedly...
why is that a good name?
I am markedly better than Ultron as well. You're he's no reason that Ultron will beat him.
First of all, how do these powers come about? Nobody, like,
Well, that's not that.
explains
That is. It's a life gem, man.
Oh, so, okay. He's got the gem in his head, so he
Yeah.
can just do anything?
Yeah, it's one of
Awesome.
the cosmic gems. It's one of the
Except
cosmic
for,
gems.
we've already spoiled that somebody's going to have a gauntlet full of those, so that means that's going to come out of his head at some point.
Sorry?
That means he's
Sorry-
dead?
sorry.
That means he's dead very soon?
Sorry.
Like, does that mean his
That's not really a spoiler. That's like...
Does that mean his character is dead, like, next movie or something? Like,
Well, it's weird how many
I
of those...
was thinking about it, I'm like, okay, he's got the gem in his head. That is a spoiler, I guess, but whatever.
Well, it's weird how many people have those gems. Like Guardians of the Galaxy...
A dime a dozen, dude. They sum with the story.
Guardians of the Galaxy have one of the gems now. Technically, the Soul
They
Gem...
explained 4 of the gems in this movie, by the way. So they talk about the Tesseract,
Yeah.
they talk about the Soul Gem, they talk about the Life Gem, and
What did they say about the Soul Gem? I forgot about that.
Uh,
Because the Soul Gem is technically in another
they
Guardian of the
like
Galaxy.
showed
Warlock at
the
one point.
thing. I think it was in Thor's Fever Dream. It was in Thor's like
No,
weird
no.
Hemdall Fever.
No,
Fever
that was
Dream.
the Aether. That was not the Soul Gem. That was
Well, they
the-
showed
Which
4.
one
I
did they
guess
show? Maybe
they
that was the Soul
showed.
Gem.
They showed. That was one of the things I read. They showed all 4 of the gems in the movie. I remember them showing at least the covering, that little ball thing
Yeah.
that they had in. And I was like, oh, okay. I know they're setting this up. I understand that, and they have to set up the other 2 because there's 6 of them. But
There's a lot of information in this movie.
there's a ton.
And
It's-
like
if you don't if
to
you
the
kind
point,
of
to the point where I was like,
you almost feel like you have to write it down.
can someone punch someone real quick? Because I'm...
Well, in the middle, especially,
out of
it gets bogged. Especially when they
It
reveal
feel-
the
it feels-
Hawkeye thing. It just gets bogged down in the middle.
Some of it feels like the Lord of the Rings, where they're like, now we have to explain this to you because you're dumb. Okay.
And because we're trying to get you into this. Come on, guys! Everyone get as excited as we are about this. And you're
for
like,
the next movie we're setting up, and you're like, did you just finish
the next
this
8 movies we're setting. Really, I mean,
Like, make a scene afterwards. that
we're
has
trying to
this-
set you up for Phase 3. Get in this. Get in this, guys.
That's basically what it felt like. It felt like a commercial for Phase 3 for part of it. And you're like, oh, I get it.
But the Vision. Let's get. We're out of time. So the Vision.
Oh, it's me, the Vision. I like his outfit a lot.
I like Paul
His costume's
Bettany.
cool.
I like him doing this as he plays a really
How
good
much of
robot.
it really was Paul Bettany though? Like, was it? Because I feel like
That
a lot of
robot
it
dude. I think
was, I feel like a lot of it was CGI.
I think it was
A lot of
good.
it was CGI
His
stuff.
face was good. I mean, it looked like
Was it CGI too though? I mean,
He's
it
not
was.
flying, obviously, but I mean,
And why not?
it was. I like Paul Bettany as this. I liked how they came about all those little confusing I knew what it was. I've heard it before, but it was a little confusing. Yeah, so I was okay.
It felt a little ham-fisted. Also, in the comics, Ultron creates the Vision completely.
If they Captain Hammer punched it in there.
But like Ultron creates the Vision completely. The thing that's different, and Matt's popular.
Sorry, I'm very popular. It's Mom.
One of the different things in the comic is that he bases the Vision's personality on Wonder Man, which Wonder Man is obviously not continuity, so they couldn't. That's why Jarvis is.
Well, I like that they talk. A big thing about Ultron is they are like he is a lot like Tony Stark. Like the worst parts of Tony are part of this.
Even as the quips, which I like
that a lot.
Which one James Spader picks up and runs with.
I like that a lot. It was really well done. They and it made sense for the character because Tony Stark really is like one humanity step away from being a maniac. As you've seen if you read the comics in the Extremis.
Reading Superior Iron Man.
Yeah, Superior Iron Man. So he turns to a maniac because he loses that humanity part that keeps him grounded. And like, maybe you shouldn't do this. And almost in the movie he kind of does that. Like, he's like, well, I have to save these people, so... And it's this fever dream thing that makes him do it, whatever.
Yeah, the Scarlet Witch's Deus Ex Machina power.
Bothers me. But then he's like,
hey, stop being a dick. You're like, okay, but you just whispered that in this... Okay.
He's like, well, I have to save everyone, that's why I'm doing this. And it's like, not...
That seems like a really bad idea.
Yeah, like, maybe you should have talked this over... I don't know.
Anyone?
I don't know.
Besides Bruce Banner, who seems to be a milksop, like he's just like it's a pushover as a person.
Like, I'll do whatever you ask me to.
Okay.
Because I don't want to get mad, I guess.
And yeah. Even though I could probably tear you in half right now.
But I don't want to get mad, so
whatever.
Whatever you say, man. I smoke some
weed.
I guess.
The laws of
I guess
nature.
I smoke some weed or something.
I'll go against God's plan.
That should be the Hulk. Should have medicinal marijuana. That should be like his thing.
That's gonna be.
I can't get mad, dude.
In the standalone Planet Hulk movie, not happening.
It's just a Bruce Banner standalone movie where he doesn't turn to the Hulk the whole movie.
I didn't get mad.
Romantic comedy.
Right at the end, though.
Romantic comedy.
How did you see the SNL skit about the...
I didn't yet. I gotta watch this.
Pretty funny.
I gotta watch it.
Black Widow.
The Age of Me.
Yeah, The Age of Me.
Yeah.
Pretty funny. There's some good comedy in this. Very good.
The comedy is very well done in this movie.
You can tell it's punched up. The score was punched up a little bit, though.
The comedy... Every piece of it, there's parts where I literally laughed out loud in the movie theater. I was like, this is great.
Did you go laugh out loud like that?
No, I went ha 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 like that, like a boisterous body laugh. Especially Hawkeye. Hawkeye had some good stuff.
Like I said,
very self-deprecating, very good.
If anything, this movie was a Hawkeye love letter.
Oh yeah, sure.
I really felt like they were like,
I'm sorry.
See, I'm really sorry about that last one.
Last movie,
you were mind controlled the whole time.
Did nothing with you.
Yeah, like you have a really good character that a lot of people like, and people were very mad about that.
And
so
nobody got to see you do anything the whole movie.
Except
shot like 4 arrows.
Except be a zombie and then get
shot 4 arrows at the end of the movie. That's about it. Yeah.
Like, ooh, 4 at once. You're like, and he's done.
They did a lot of exposition for his character personally, so you knew a lot about his character, his relationship with Black Widow, which was kind of cool. Spoilers, they're not doing it.
And a special guest appearance by Linda Cardellini. Freaks and Geeks lady. So gorgeous.
Freaks and Geeks.
That freak her geek, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So Matt, there's
I know what you're saying.
There's the elephant in the room that we haven't talked about yet.
Okay.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Okay, so Kick-Ass. I'm Kick-Ass.
That would have been better.
If he was Kick-Ass in the Avengers, what a great crossover that would be.
I think he did a good job with the accent.
I feel like they just didn't, like, you're gonna die. They told him that. Like, your character will be eliminated.
Oh, you're just spoiling the movie right now.
It is.
This is a spoiler. It's a huge spoiler.
Listen, no.
You're killing me here,
listen,
dude.
Listen. This is a spoiler that's been on the internet for a long time.
I didn't know about this till I saw it.
That's a lie. You did
No,
not know about this?
Swear to God.
This spoiler's been on the internet for, like, months.
I knew right when it happened.
They're like,
happened.
well, we gotta kill off a character, so...
It's Joss Whedon, that's why.
Well, I think it's also because they want to show that these guys aren't invincible. But they could have done it with a character that's been there that you cared about. Like, it was like, okay.
Well, they try and set up a different character that it's going to be, and then it's not that character.
And that was good. I like that. And that I won't spoil that, because that was really good. I was like, I knew that it wasn't going to be him, but I felt like it was going to be him. And I was like, I like that happened. Like, the climax of this movie is an insane premise to begin with. Like, it's so comic booky over the top that there's... Yeah, no.
I thought it was fun though.
I didn't. I didn't because the only reason is because like, oh, they're gonna get this thing the terminal velocity. No, and they're also supposedly above the clouds now, so no one can breathe. No one addressed that. Either.
That wasn't unaddressed.
No one addressed that either. I was like, nope.
Although if you watch Agents of Shield, there was a good.
I haven't seen the last one. I heard there was a good one.
Before, going into it, and then afterwards as well.
I did see the setup before it, but I haven't seen this last one. But the premise was I had to go. Okay, I'm not gonna believe this because it's insane, but we'll go with it because we're in the heat of the moment now. We're in the climactic sense.
The heat of the moment.
That's what I was doing in the theater, which people yelled at me. Yeah, Aaron Taylor Johnson. I like him. I wanted him to be more in this movie. They didn't really give him a chance to be more. His power was OP. He didn't.
It should have been. He runs a Mach 10.
But then he lost. He didn't really do OP with it. I was like, all right.
That's why
there's so many other people that had worse powers that could have. Like Captain America, easily. Like Hawkeye, easily. Like all these other people easily could have been killed, and then they're like, nope, we're invincible. And he's like, I am faster than everything.
He's not faster than everything.
But everything that was there, he's faster than bullets. He's faster than. There's a. Like I'm like, oh, okay, all right.
I just like that makes sense to me. Well, yeah,
they
talk about
had
off camera before so we don't spoil anything else, but.
I feel like they could have done what they did to him off camera.
I feel like there wasn't a lot of Thor in this.
Thor's character was weird. They used him as like the
well, they gave him like
the
his
oracle.
own scene.
He was like the weird oracle.
He was
like the Trelawney of this movie. And then he's like, I gotta go now. Gone. They're like, okay.
That one trailer where they had all those cool people, like the black woman that you're like, oh, she's gonna be someone from Wakanda, and then Moon Dancer, where the heck her name is, the bald woman whose name I can't remember, who's Asgardian, but
not Moon Knight. That's different.
They also had her like in the background, but she was just there. I was like, oh, okay, well they were both red herrings. Okay.
There's a lot of red herrings. Even Idris Elba being in the I guess it's a spoiler. He's in the movie, but not really.
It's a guess. It's not
weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird. In this
almost
weird
a
fever
cameo.
dream. You're like,
it's almost a cameo. Yeah.
There's a lot of cameos. Like these guys are still here, and you're like, oh, okay.
By the way, you're like, okay.
Like Falcon cameo. I'm still here. Hey, buddy, I wish I could help you, but I gotta go do something else. Yeah. See you later.
I have to go be human and not die. Like, that's what he was doing. He's like, I don't want to die. I'm a dude with wings. Like, I have no powers.
My power is wings and guns.
I have a wing and I can shoot a gun.
I'm really good at flying these wings around.
The wings. It's just wings. Oh, so you have like you have like bird bones. I'm just a guy with wings.
I have wings.
I literally just have
and if
wings.
one of those wings is shot, I fall to the ground.
By the way, also not structurally sound, like as a concept.
Then someone has to catch me, or I die.
Hope I don't die now.
I'm now, and then a nuisance in the battle because somebody has to catch me.
I think in the comics at one point he could like talk to birds too. He was also originally a pimp, so I'm glad they changed that a little bit.
They're gonna skip that.
Like, I'm a pimp and I got a wingsuit. Wait, what? No, what? What? Stanley?
No, I don't.
Stanley, no.
He's like, I'm gonna make this character into Excelsior.
He's a black man, so he must be a pimp. No, Stanley, please stop. No. Please, no. Don't write these characters anymore, please. Please stop.
You're so racist. He's like He's like, I also wrote Hong Kong Fu. You're like, stop.
No. One of my own. That's all I got.
Okay.
Oh no, Baron von Strucker. Why was he in this movie?
And we need to go back to Ultron too, real quick. But Baron von Strucker was in it because they're trying to tie it to something else.
But has he been in anything else really? Was he in any of the other movies?
He was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. like one episode.
Was he?
Yeah.
Was it really?
Like one episode. Sort
I
of.
missed that one.
Sort of. I think they're trying to make him a villain, maybe in Captain America, maybe in something else, but I don't know.
But who gives a crap?
I don't care.
Who cares about that guy?
No. Baron von Strucker is. Oh, yeah, cat. She attacked me this morning. Baron von Strucker is actually a pretty high up villain in Captain America, in like the Captain America lore. But
yeah,
he was just like a dude.
He's a Nazi. Yeah,
he's a Nazi dude that's somehow still around. I don't get that.
He was basically a plot device in Avengers, and I was just like, I feel like anyone else.
That's really what a lot of things were, Mike. But if you were paying attention. Or if you're trying to pay attention because it's really hard because you're like, there's so much going on.
I was
they're
just
trying to
trying-
confuse you with like all this stuff going on. You're like,
I think because I was taking Dramamine during it, because I was just like, whoa, so much 3D. Like, the 3D was really good, but it was, it was intense.
So many. There's like 1,000 characters on screen at
Also,
once.
the movie felt like it was 5 hours long. It felt like the longest
It
movie
felt like
ever.
it should have been longer to me, personally. I don't
know.
I don't feel that way.
Oh,
but
no.
I wasn't watching it in 3D either. But I felt like there's so much they should have explained in this movie.
No,
that they didn't.
I mean,
that was my
understandably
problem
that.
with it. That was actually my main problem with it. Is that there's so much that they didn't explain in this movie that I was like, this is here! And like, I don't... Why? What? I need to know why. Like, I know why, but I need to know why. Like, if you're explaining this to someone, all the stuff's here, explain it to someone.
I can tell you why off camera.
Like, oh, what? I just made a skin metal hybrid thing that it's cool. Don't worry about it. And like, well, I need to know how you could possibly do this.
Like,
But
this is Tony Stark.
This doesn't make no sense to me. No sense.
This doesn't make no sense, which means it made sense.
Makes no sense. But okay, let's talk about Ultron real quick.
Okay, let's go back, and this will be the last thing.
This is
then
the
we'll
last
do
thing, and then we'll
reviews.
do our reviews. So, damn it, I love James Spader in this, but they really his character was on the screen for like 5 minutes.
Well, it was the threat of him, and plus he had all the
But
other
I
robots.
didn't feel threatened by him. Especially at the end, the main thing that was really his power, they just took away from him. Like, oh yeah, Jarvis took us away from you.
Like I
I'm
said,
not gonna spoil it, but yeah, I was like, no.
well, like I said, the Vision, when they made the Vision, yeah, he's much better than Ultron. You're like, no, wait.
Ultron
what?
should have not have been a one-off. He should have been a two-parter. Because they should have given him an expository. In the comics, sometimes he's not that badass, but in the last couple
Ultron
incarnations,
has murdered the entire
in the last couple
universe,
incarnations, he's been a destroyer, literally destroyer of worlds, destroyed the whole universe basically because with the power of the internet and he can go through the internet.
Actually, what's happening right
You
now
can
in
be
the
anywhere.
comics is partially due to what he did, because he basically killed everyone in the Marvel universe, so except for Wolverine, who went back in time to try and stop it, and that's what started this tear that's happening in the Marvel universe right now. Which I can talk to you off camera. We don't need somebody here.
Secret Wars.
That's right, Secret Wars.
Secret.
I read most of the first issue of that. And I'll tell you a little bit about it.
Marvel MCU is dead.
Okay, so
The comic
let's get into the ratings, man. I want to hear, because you've been complaining a lot about this movie, belly aching like a little bitch.
Well,
And I want to hear what you think.
I'm
about
trying
it.
to be objective.
I'm saying you're going to say mediocre at best.
I'm trying to be objective. I really enjoyed this movie for the most part. There's a lot of stuff that could have been done better. And I don't feel like it was as good as the first Avengers. But I do feel like it was a great movie. I feel like it's a movie that you should go see. Just James Spader alone, I would have paid $5 just to see him talk. In the mocap suit, not even in Ultron. Just
You're going to be
I love James Spader. But the
the
comedy in this,
Maximoff.
the comedy in this was fantastic. It was really good. There were some spots that you're just like, wow, that was hilarious. That was a good joke that made sense in this world and with the characters.
A movie like this is what makes me actually fear for the DC movies when they start getting people together, because
sure.
they're like, there's not going to be
They're gonna
comedy.
be gritty.
Yeah,
No, you need that
Yeah,
self-deprecating
the levity.
comedy.
There's
There's such good self-deprecation.
in the middle of the
this movie.
Avengers, they actually have a little party for reasons, but it makes it a lot easier to take some of the harder stuff in the movie.
And they also have a lot of good, not only callbacks, but little winks to the people that read the comics.
yes, definitely.
If you read this, you get this.
Agreed.
And it might be funny to a person that didn't read the comics, but to a person that read the comics, you're like, yes.
So you're giving this hot bag of garbage.
I'm gonna go with must see. I'm not gonna go with badass movie because there's things they could have fixed.
Well, you got to reserve
And,
that for
like I said, I want to see the Joss Whedon. Joss Whedon supposedly said this movie was supposed to be 3.5 hours long. His original cut that he wanted was 3.5 hours long. I want to see that cut. I don't mind watching it for that long because I want to see if
maybe it'll come out on VHS. Who knows?
Maybe it'll come out right after the road cut.
The road cut. See,
Ryan Singer.
this is no Superman Returns for me. So, which we gave a badass movie, by the way.
Did we?
Yes, I went back and watched it. We gave a badass movie.
Did we watch Superman Returns again? Because we must have been drinking.
But I'm going to give this a must see because I thought it was great. I definitely thought it was worth the money, and
I did too.
I thought it was worth the IMAX money too.
Oh, okay.
I enjoyed the 3D.
I paid for matinee, but I would have paid for.
I enjoyed the 3D. I actually enjoyed. I really enjoyed the 3D Star Wars trailer. I would have just gone for 3D Star Wars trailer because it was it looked so much cooler in 3D. And the Tomorrowland thing was really cool too. And like I said, the 3D made it look much better.
So really, the trailers are badass.
So wait, did you have Tomorrowland in yours too?
Yes.
That's stupid.
But I think I came in halfway through tomorrow. That long Tomorrowland. That was part of the.
You know why it's stupid though?
20,
Because my thing was during the 20. It's like this is an IMAX exclusive. And I was like, yeah, man, I can see this and no one else does.
No, I saw some Tomorrowland stuff, but I was like, oh, I don't. Maybe it was just the regular trailer. I don't know. And you got the long trailer.
Yeah, it was like 3 to 5 minutes long. It's pretty long.
I still don't care about it.
Yeah, I care more
this
than
movie though.
Zero.
I cared about. I cared about. It set up other movies. It set up a different world.
Don't
really.
watch this if you haven't seen the first Avengers. Don't. Like you cannot see like
a lot
Thor:
of
The Dark
callbacks.
World or whatever.
There's a lot of callbacks.
Yeah, well, and just like you just won't get it. It's not a standalone movie at all. You won't get it.
Yeah, no, I can see that. I can see where you're going from that. I think you'll be all right watching it. There'll still be a lot of good comedy, but I think it'll be tough for you to get into, especially because of how fast it starts. Really, I think I recommend you watch the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. before this episode to really kind of like push you into it.
This is what I don't like about what's happening with the Marvel Universe right now. It's like, no, you have to watch this too. You don't get it, or this enhances this. But you have to watch it, or you're not going to get this thing. And Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. does this the most out of everything. It's like they'll be like, here's something, go watch Age of Ultron. And you're like,
well, this movie did a lot of like, hey, Thor's gonna have a new movie. Basically, it was like, hey, Wakanda, you want to know more about that, right? It's like
I get it, Disney. You're putting commercials basically during these movies, and it's
drink
like
Coke.
Yeah, it's like sometimes I don't like it. It makes me feel icky a little bit,
but still must see.
Still must see. Like I said, the movie itself is awesome. Just I feel like they had to shoehorn so much stuff into it.
I think that was my problem. My one problem was that I wish they would have had more Ultron, where he explained more about why he turned the way he did and stuff like that.
His bad break, Breaking Bad, if you will.
Yeah, the Walter White of James
I only
Spader.
speak with one.
James Spader, by the way, as Walter White would have been also amazing. But
like a CG bocap Walter White. Like
he's almost my Nicolas Cage. Like if you put him in something, it's gonna be better.
I would agree.
Yeah. So, wow, this was longer than a regular podcast.
It was.
This is probably our longest found footage, but that's because we had so much to say about this movie. If you guys have other stuff to say, put it in the comments. We would love to talk about this. I do even do if we had a lot of questions, I'd even do a follow-up to this. So, definitely. We enjoyed this movie, and I would love to see it again.
Yeah, if you have questions, certainly. That'd be cool if we could feel like a bunch of, and then talk about it. That'd be fun.
Yeah, and if you haven't already subscribed to us, hit subscribe. Get on this, guys. Be a part of our team.
Find us on LinkedIn. Find us on
Tinder.
Swipe on Tinder.
And also, you can look us up in my ICQ.
So we're only on School France. The band is on Tinder, not like one of us.
So you have to do all of us if you swipe right.
Sorry.
That's how it goes.
Including Nick the drummer.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Stay classy.
Fang Fum.
Did we say Fang Fum in the other one?
We did.
Bye.